Hi, everybody. How are you? I just finished doing another react to someone else on YouTube. You guys know that I've been reacting to a Sweet Madness, and she is a lot. Well, I just finished up the react and was posting it to YouTube, and I noticed that Neo Tarot had done another Foodie Beauty reading. Ooh, I can't wait. I always love it when Neo posts a reading of Foodie. You guys know I did a reading on Foodie recently, and the cards were talking. They were talking a lot. They were saying a lot of interesting things. So I have not watched the reading from Neo Tarot, but I am very, very curious about if her cards are going to say the same things or similar things or different things than what my cards told me. But I'm always here for the tea, courtesy of Neo Tarot. And I will leave a link for Neo's video in the video description. If you haven't checked out Neo Tarot, please give her a like, give her a sub, check her out. She does so many wonderful, awesome tarot readings, and she is one of the true ones, one of the genuine ones that does tarot readings. There's a lot of fakes out there, but Neo is definitely not fake. I can vouch for that. So let's get into the reading because I can't wait to see what Neo has to say. I'm here for it. I got my coffee. I made sure to get my coffee ready, and I want to. I'm here for it. I want to see what's going on. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Talk to me, Neo. Talk to me. Let's go.
Foodie Beauty Shantal. Shantal. Okay. So it's been a minute. It's been a minute. I feel like the last one I did was for Salah. So before we even get into it, y'all, it was so hard getting decks because it was just like this energy, like, no, no, no. I don't want to talk about her. Isn't that crazy? Like I felt resistance when I was picking up certain decks. So I have some decks that I haven't touched in a while, which is cool.
No, it's not crazy. It's not crazy, Neo. I am not laughing at you. I am so not laughing at you. What I'm laughing about is that the last few readings you've done on Foodie, on Shantal, like your decks were just immediately just shutting it down. They were giving out the brouhaha cards immediately. They were just like, uh-uh. You're not going to make me talk about her. I don't want to go there. Like, that's happened in quite a few readings. You get this one particular deck. I think it's the one you're using today. What this deck's like, no, nope, no, it doesn't like Foodie. I can't say that I blame the deck though. I mean, she does have really, really nasty, nasty energy. You know, like there are different degrees of dark energy, and hers is severe. It is dark, it is draining, it is vampiric, it is so many things. But you already know that because you do the cards on her. But I'm here for you. But I'm laughing at the cards being resistant to Foodie because I get it. Mine do the same thing sometimes. They're like, we don't want to talk about her today.
because the ones that I was going for was like,
Nope.
no,
No.
nothing's changed. I'm like, the heck? So anyway, also, what's up, Rose? I always feel like, I need to shout her out. She is super dope, super cool.
I love you. I love you, Neo. I love you so much, girl. I love the fact that you're one of the real ones. You keep it real with yourself, with your life, with your channel. Like, can I just tell you something, Neo? I have been doing my homework on researching other people for my channel because I really want to get away from Foodie. Like, I do not want to see her slow decline. Can I just let you know? I am so disappointed. Not in you. I am so disappointed, and I'm so not happy with learning that there's so many people on TikTok. Girl, the people on TikTok claiming to be tarot readers, and they are frauds. They are straight up ripping people off. They don't have the gift. And that makes me appreciate people like you that much more, that you are one of the real ones here on YouTube. There's only 3 people that I know that I would go to for readings, and you are one of them, and my friend Erie is another one. I do readings for myself, but there are so many fakes out there. Oh my goodness. That people are going to, and they're getting bad readings, and they're getting ripped off, and they're assuming that everybody in the community is like that, and it's not like that. It's just there are bad apples in the bunch. But you know what? I'm going to be covering that tarot drama soon. I'm going to get into it and expose those frauds, but that's for another time. But I just want to say that I love you, girl.
Always gives me some really good feedback that I appreciate because I like it. I like it. So anyway, I have read her comments on videos that she does on my video.
Mhm.
I don't know why I'm lost for words right now. Anyway, oftentimes you guys will say like y'all should do a video together. So, I'm open to that. I don't know, I've never done a live before. Not saying that I can't, but I just never have. And so yeah, Rose and I need to get together so that we can figure out how to make that happen. Definitely for her channel, because her channel definitely shows me some love and I appreciate her always.
You know what? We could do the reading wherever you want it to be, Neo. We could do it on your channel. We could do it on my channel. Whatever you feel the most comfortable. I am down for that. I am down for doing a reading with you. Like, I do a double reading. Like, that would be so much fun. I've never done anything like that before. So I'm wondering how it would go. Like, if you would do the reading first and then I would do one afterwards, or we would just turn the cards together. How that would work. Like, I'm down for it. I'm just trying to figure out in my head how it would work and how it would be cohesive, and there'll be a lot of smooth flow, if that makes sense, to where it's not feeling kind of awkward. Like, I don't want to interrupt you when you're on a roll, when you're pulling the cards and you're getting the messages from spirit. I don't want to interrupt that. So, like, I've never done a double reading before, but I'm down. I'm here for it. I'm here. We'll make it happen. I promise. I'm actually waiting on, there's 2 different people that I'm talking to. One is a close friend of mine, and another person who is subscribed to my channel. Like, my friend, they have over 20 decks that they're going to be sending to me through UPS. And there is another person that they just stepped forward and said that they have 20 decks that they're going to send me through UPS. So soon I could have like 40 plus tarot decks. And I'm going to use those decks to start my tarot channel, and do like reviews of different tarot decks and doing tutorials and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to the next chapter. I normally react to Shantal, Neo, but I'm really wanting to get away from her because I feel in my soul that she's on a slow decline, and it that's a sinking ship, and I don't want to be on it when it's gone beneath completely the water. So, but we'll make it happen. I promise.
It's like put me out there. So yeah, and definitely to introduce my channel to her channel and my channel to her. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, check her out.
I'm not a selfish beach. I'm not one of those greedy, selfish people. Like, hey, I'll be very happy to prop people up if they're talented, if they're cool, if they're down to earth, honest. Why not? Why not? Like, always good to meet good people, and it's always good to tell other people about good people. Connection is an important thing, and you can find connections anywhere. So I'm glad that you think highly of me. I think highly of you as well. And I'm excited that we're doing a reading today.
But yeah, I'm open to it. She's good vibes. She's good people. I don't know if my mouth too slick for your channel though. I don't want nobody come for my neck because sometimes I just say it how I have to say it. And
You know what? Don't worry about that, Neo. Don't worry. If we do a tarot live together, I have no problem turning off that monetization. I ain't got no problem with it. That way YouTube has nothing to say about some bad words. It makes it easier anyway. That way I'm not always having to watch my language either. So don't worry. We'll cover it.
And then, it is what it is. No hard feelings, you know what I'm saying? All love and light. But when I do my readings, I be like, let me tell you something. Because if I don't say it like they say it, it ain't worth being said.
Okay, okay,
Okay,
okay.
so
I got you. Like your mouth isn't a bakery and you don't sugarcoat anything. I got it. I love that about you. That's why I like you as a reader. Like you don't cut corners. You know, that shows that you actually have a code of ethics with reading for people. Where there are some people out there, they read the cards and they're doing it for the wrong reasons. They have the wrong intentions. They want to use the cards to get rich or make tons of money. And if you get a message from spirit, you may or may not give that message to the person that it's intended. There are some people who are tarot readers that lie about the messages they've received, or they don't deliver the message. But you just put it out there. Like sometimes it just has to be like that. You got to hurt a person's feelings, or you have to offend them, or you have to shock them with the message, but the message needs to be delivered regardless. So don't worry, we got this.
Anyway, let's get into this reading. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot and sometimes it's not. You have to watch the video to the end to determine for yourself. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're always here, welcome back, friend. So here's my whole question, or the energy that I'm trying to, what I want energy to answer for me. Okay. So
why am I laughing? Because the Kiss My Grits card. Isn't that your brouhaha card, Neo? Isn't that the shut it down, I don't want to talk about it card? It's coming up already.
from what I heard, she's back in Kuwait.
Yeah.
Kuwait.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just get into it. Why? Why are you there? What is the overall energy? Okay. Spirit is acknowledging that she's running around like a chicken with her head cut off. And I do see green. It is affecting the heart chakra. Now, there's this download that came to me the other day, and I've been like really leaning on it in some of my readings because I'm like, yo, that makes perfect sense. And I've never said it before, but when I said it out loud, it just resonated with me. When your heart chakra is off, and it feels like in the center of all the chakras. I could be wrong, but you know what I'm saying? It's just the download. Then all this shit is fucked up, right? Because again, it's in the middle. And so when the middle is imbalanced, when the middle doesn't have a foundation, it's not grounded. When your heart chakra is not grounded, it affects the chakras above it and it affects the chakras below it. So the heart chakra is essential.
Mm-hmm.
And balance and within the heart chakra is vital. It's a necessity,
right,
to get that heart chakra in balance. Okay. So she needs to get grounded. She also has issues around the heart chakra. She's running around like a chicken with her head cut off. This is my brouhaha card. Okay. And I've said this before. Thank you, Spirit. And I've explained this a million times, as many times as I possibly can. Brouhaha is people manifesting, but this is not the positive intention. This is a negative intention to have control. And Spirit says she's running around like a chicken with her head cut off, trying to redo and refocus when she should have walked away from this a long time ago. Now go back and check my other readings out on Foodie, Beauty, Shantal, and Salah. And, I'm still new to her energy and her channels, whatever. So she needs to get grounded. She also should have walked away from this passionate romance, or I see pink, makes me feel like passion, a long time ago, right? No, thank you, refusal, know your self-worth, focus on self-respect and strength, okay? And Spirit says she also needs to be very quiet around this relationship, and she just needs to be quiet, period. Spirit said, close your mouth, like, listen more than you speak. That's what I'm trying to get out, because I feel like they're pointing to two ears. Like, that's why you have two ears. Listen more than you speak. Silence, discretion, contemplation, equanimity, consideration, and privacy. And Spirit is also acknowledging that she's looking at people pointing fingers. This is even layer. She's looking at Salah pointing fingers like, hey. Thank you, Spirit. Suffering, full disdain, displeasure, content, poking fun, read between the lines. Like, but I've always said, when you got one finger pointed at others, several fingers are pointed back. And so there is a ball of emotion. I see orange. And this has to do, again, with this two peas in a pod soul partnership. I don't remember people's elements within their zodiac chart. I don't. I do too many readings to be trying to remember it. My brain ain't going to do it. And don't I'm not going to ask it to neither. So I see water. This could acknowledge that she's emotional and or it could be a water sign. But then, I mean, it's so crazy because in her mind, it feels like these two are two peas in a pod. You know what I'm saying? So let's just look on the bottom of the deck because Spirit said on
Okay, I'm sorry to stop you, Neo. I just have to stop you right there. I've thought for the longest that personality wise, lifestyle wise, they are very, very different. But how can two people who are so different be similar? Well, because they're both scam artists, they're both con artists, they're both liars and manipulators. And yet, despite the fact that they make each other miserable, they refuse to let go of one another at the same time. Like there's something going on. I don't know what's going on, but there's got to be a reason why he won't let go of her and she won't let go of him. There's something going on there, something significant. So I think they are like two peas in a pod. It's just they're alike in a lot of the wrong ways.
the bottom of the deck, not only are y'all not two peas in a pod, this is a one horse town. She is got the crazy eye. Spirit just told me to say it. There's something, and I don't know if I've said this before, but there is an energy of an imbalance, like a chemical imbalance. There's something more to her story. Like, you know what I'm saying? On the surface, it's like, girl, is you all right? But then, girl, are you okay? I might be. Okay, but Spirit is acknowledging that this is a one horse town and that you have an obstacle that you've created because at any moment you can overcome this obstacle and you just choose not to. You want to stay on this side of the fence because you feel like the grass is greener, but it's keeping you away from your purpose, your home, and your strength. I see trees of strength. Spirit is also acknowledging that someone got too big for their.
Okay, I gotta give what's coming through right now, like that the card with the horse, the one horse town, the horse next to the fence or the rail, and there's home far away. I'm getting a sense of she's being held back from going home, from being at home. Not in the sense of being held hostage or anything like that, mind you, but just how can I put this? A sense of longing for home. Like, really, that's where she wants to be, but just something is holding her back. I don't know if it's her holding her back or Salah holding her back, but she, thank you, Spirit, she isn't in the pasture she wants to be in. She's not eating the grass she wants to eat. Like, I feel like Salah's leading her over to a pasture she does not want to be, and she's saying, okay, I'll eat this grass, but she's not happy about eating it. She's not content. So there's a feeling of sadness there. There's a feeling of depression there. There's a feeling of I'll do it, but I don't want to do it. If that makes any sense.
Britches. Now, every time I do a reading, there's always this pun on big, sending her love and light. I'm not here to shade nobody, and that's not my business. I don't get down like that. But I'm gonna tell you what Spirit said to say, and I'm gonna say it, and that's it. Period. Point blank. 10 toes down with my reading. I tell y'all that.
Okay, the too big for your britches card. I just have a question. The too big for your britches, would that kind of point in the direction of her becoming more unhealthy and gaining weight? Because she has been gaining a tremendous amount of weight, and that would, in a sense, make her too big for her britches. Like, she's really putting on serious amounts of weight very, very fast. Because I'm not getting a sense from her or Salah that the egos are growing. Like, the arrogance is growing. And generally the too big for your britches, that usually indicates arrogance. Like you're getting too big for yourself. But I don't really feel like the arrogance or the cockiness in either one of them is growing. I'm getting a sense from her that she is just becoming more and more unhealthy. And going back to your cards for a minute, Neo, I'm just person to person. I'm just going to let you know one of the reasons why I'm disconnecting from Foodie, and I'm somebody that I've been reacting to her for 8 years. Like, she is back in Kuwait and she's on a rapid decline, and her energy has gotten darker. It's gotten more vampiric, much more draining. It's chaotic. It's ugly. Please protect yourself. Please protect your energy, because now that she's back in Kuwait, that decline is going to happen so much faster. And this is not me wishing anything upon Chantal, but I honestly feel like the Grim Reaper is breathing down her neck. It's that close to her. Again, I'm not wishing that upon her, but I just feel like she is speeding towards an end to things versus getting away from it. So please protect yourself and your energy when you do readings on her, because that's a black hole that has no bottom.
All the time. They say there's a pun on big, I'ma say it. And that ain't my business. Get with spirit, don't get with me. Anyway, so it's blue is communicated. You understand what I'm saying? And I see this rose here.
Mhm.
Now, let me tell you something about rose. When I see a wilted flower, I always think of love lost. But go check out my readings. These last couple of readings, Rose has a dual meaning. And I reached out to Rose Thorne and I said, yo, she watches you. And she hit me back and she said what she needed to say. I don't have to divulge what we talk about. It really wasn't that long of a conversation. I think it's in one of our comments. But she was just like, yeah, girl. So when I see a rose now, it makes me think of you, Rose Thorne, and it makes me feel like there's also this energy of blame being pushed out towards the collective that watch her and respond to her, almost as if they are the reason for her downfall and for her turmoil. Does that make sense? For
Yeah, well, she is a narcissist, Neo, through and through. You've done her readings enough. I'm sure you've picked up on that selfish, self centered, self absorbed, me type energy. Narcissists will never admit to their wrong, to doing wrong, even if you have them dead to rights. You got the proof in their face. They will still deny it. Oh, that wasn't me. I didn't do it. We got you on camera. That everybody lying. You know, she will never admit to her wrong. No, Chantal is a narcissist. And I'm just going to say it. I feel like there are some undiagnosed, unchecked mental, perhaps even emotional issues that need serious therapy. And those issues have only gotten progressively worse as her world has unraveled due to her irresponsible actions and choices and decisions and behavior. Like, as her world unravels, she's going to point fingers at the people that react to her and say, my problems are your fault. You guys did this to me. But it's not our fault. We are not involved in her personal life. We have no influence over her. She is the captain of her own ship. But it's easier to place the blame on strangers than to stand still and look in the mirror and say, all of this is my fault. I did this to myself. I am taking the blame. I'm accepting the responsibility. It takes a lot of courage to stand still and say, I did wrong to myself. And I made those bad choices. It shows character, or the willingness to grow character, to improve your character, of which Chantal has none. The only character that she has is the part that she created for YouTube. And that was strictly for making money. That has nothing to do with her personal growth. She created a part for YouTube 8 years ago. She created a character, Foodie Beauty, and the person, Shantal Marie, where that character came from, that person, the actual person, got forgotten about and neglected. Hence why the person's life fell into ruin. She dove into the character. She lost the plot. She forgot that even if you're playing a character in theater, in a movie, at some point you got to turn the cameras off and get off stage and go change into your street clothes and go take a walk. She doesn't want to be away from the camera. She wants to be on stage always, and nobody can live like that. Nobody.
Her relationships not working out. All right. And Rose Thorne, you being one of them. I don't know why she's trying to throw you in the mix, but every time, like recently, I'm like, yo, is she talking about my homie? Anyway, so arrogance, vanity, self-importance, being high and mighty, modesty is needed. But again, all of this energy is because she had yo, listen, there could be a chemical imbalance here. And so health comes up a lot when I read on her, and she really needs to focus on that and get her hormones in balance, get her levels, spirit is saying levels, be that blood or some kind of, I don't know, spirit is saying check your vitamin D. Like we're getting real specific. I'm hearing something about an E and vitamin D, potassium. Look,
Well, she's constantly eating foods that spike up her blood sugar. She is a diabetic. Her blood sugar, the levels are insane. Up in the 300s, 400s, nearly pushing herself into a diabetic coma. Yeah, it's like that. Like she really needs to check that blood sugar and stop eating all the doggone carbs.
use cholesterol. They just, and now it's jumping. Okay. And something about acid reflux.
Wow.
Oh, this reading is gonna be crazy. But Spirit said in the middle of the deck, she ain't phased by nothing any of us say. She is swinging on the front porch, thankful, grateful, humble. Everything is good in her book, and so who are we to say that it's not? Because she said, I don't know if she's an earth sign or not, but she's a non-conformist. She ain't conforming to a damn thing nobody say. So try that again. Not my business. All right. Foodie Beauty went to Kuwait. She back in Kuwait, Spirit. What's the energy? What's the reason? Well, Spirit said for the love story, for the once upon a time fairy tale that she's created, right?
Oh.
But this is all a copycat, and there's some burning of evidence. There's a player into a game, and somebody is over it and tired of the drama and wanting to run away subconsciously. It's a game. And somebody.
Okay, I'm confused. I am confused, Neo. I'm so confused. I am confused because I'm not quite sure who the cards are referring to as far as the one that wants to run away. I've always thought it would be Salah that wants to run away from her. And yet he's had more than a few chances to end this thing. And yet he doesn't. He keeps it going. Like this last time when she went home to Canada, the moment he dropped her off and at the airport, he could have gone straight back to that apartment, packed stuff up, got the cat, got the hamster they had, just got his stuff and got out of there and disappeared into the wind. But yet she came back. So if somebody wants to run away, why aren't they? When they've got those open windows of opportunity.
is being manipulated. So you can say what you want to say. You can say what you believe that it is. But again, there's something in the mind that's not right. This reading is alleged, but somebody's getting played. Either she's getting played or he's getting played or they playing each other because it's a game.
I think they're both doing it. I honestly think so, Neo. I think that they're both liars, scammers, manipulators. The layer that you've seen it before, the lies are layered here. They are so layered. The reading that I did on Foodie recently, like it was yesterday or a couple of days ago, I forget exactly. But what my cards told me from my reading is that Shantal really did not want to leave Canada. But Salah persuaded her for some reason to go back to Kuwait. Like she really didn't want to go back. But something persuaded her. And now she's back. But my cards also said this trip, her being in Kuwait, it's not going to last 3 months. Things are going to break apart really, really fast.
It's a twisted game. Okay, and Spirit keeps saying, where is he? Not my business. I'm not gonna do that. Spirit keeps saying, where is he though? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Spirit said, where is he though? Because it's easy to, not my business. I don't know because I don't watch her. But Spirit keeps saying, where is he though? It's easy to bring somebody up. Where is he though? Not my business. Okay, Foodie Beauty.
Oh.
Back in Kuwait. Spirit said something's gonna go viral. Viral. Okay. Give me a second.
Oh.
Just let me get it out.
Oh, T.
I could tell. You
Don't
got a lot
talk to me.
say. Oh, really?
Oh,
Oh, really? Oh, really?
What?
Okay. Okay, so Spirit is acknowledging that something is getting ready to go viral when it comes to her going to Kuwait. Things are going to be getting around quickly. Look how it's binging all over the United States. And this is going to be some tea. So be careful who you listen to because there's some gossip and there's some news that's getting ready to hit the airwaves. Somebody is, again, it says getting played, well played, to be exact. This is chess, not checkers. Okay, well done. Great move. And this has to do with her breadcrumbing, but also being benched in this situation. It feels like this quote unquote relationship, avoiding making any real effort, keeping one's options open, also feeling like they've been benched, putting someone on hold or being put on hold themselves. Grass is greener. Second time we hear this energy. So breadcrumbing and benching. Spirit said, while you breadcrumbing and benching, you're still a stand. You're obsessed. You're a stalker. You have some very weird stalker fan kind of energy, Shantal. And it's crazy because in the midst of this stalking and obsessive behavior, there's also this energy of her sitting in front of this computer, quote unquote, adulting, taking charge of her life and putting in the work and being very responsible. So do you see the oxymoron in this? Do you see how this feels like this is two different people? And this is really interesting because even on the computer, you stalk. Spirit is bringing up this energy of a camera, could be a hidden camera, could be some type of device that you're able to watch people on, and she watches. I don't know why Spirit is saying that. I don't know if he doesn't know this, but
okay. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna exchange some tea with you through this video, Neo. So before Salah, Chantal was wrapped around another man. His name was Nader. Very obsessed with this man was Chantal. She tried for over a year to be with this man, and they were like two peas in a pod. They were very alike in all the wrong ways. They were both scam artists, manipulators, liars, and she wanted to possess him, but she couldn't. Like, I think that this person, Nader, intrigued her because it was probably the first person in her life that ever told her no when she couldn't get her way. So that fascinated her. So why am I bringing this up now? Well, I feel that Salah, he was a get back. he was the one that she settled for because she could not have the one she really wanted. That this whole thing of her going to Kuwait, it was all about because she wanted somebody else and couldn't have them. But this last time that she was in Canada, I'm feeling that energy, like they were seeing each other, they were talking to each other, and perhaps they were intimate together. And my spirits were screaming at me during the tarot reading. I heard her voice in my head, or her telling Salah that I F natter. I'm being nice with my language. I F natter, like her actually saying that to Salah. Whether she actually did or not does not matter. That she is a get back at you if you slight her kind of person. So this stalking that you're talking about, I feel like that what's coming through is it's her watching Natter, her going to his channel and watching his videos and watching his lives because she misses him. I really feel that way. Like she's in Kuwait with Salah. She's not happy with Salah. She wants to be back in Canada. And here's something else. I also feel that this person, Natter, like he's not stupid. He's gonna milk the cow from both ends. You feel me? Like as long as he's getting benefit from the front end, money, groceries, whatever. If he's holding anything on Shantal, he's not going to reveal it until the milk runs dry. Then he'll go to the other end and get the benefit. So this might be what you're talking about here, this viral thing. Whatever it is that Shantal is giving Natter, she better keep giving it. Or I'm sure he'll release whatever he's got, and Girl World, which is those of us that react to Shantal, will listen. We will listen.
That it feels like there could be a hidden camera of some sort watching someone, obsessed with someone, obsessed with their movement. You know, you can do that with people's phones too. You can track them. I don't know why Spirit is saying this. You could track people with your phones.
You know, that really wouldn't surprise me if Shantal had a tracking device on Salah's phone. That way she can keep track of who he's talking to and where he's going. That wouldn't surprise me at all. That'd be right up her alley, actually.
You can encrypt some kind of program just through a link. You know what? Let's stop doing this. You know what? I'm not about to do all of that. I said what I said. You know, I'm not about to go there. Let me tell you something, Spirit. You better quit playing.
Oh, Spirit's being silly today, ain't it? It's just being silly. Giving us a team of being silly at the same time. Well, you know what? You sometimes need this silly in a serious situation like this because it's just so dark. Sometimes you got to be silly just to lighten it up a little bit.
Why should she go back to Kuwait, Spirit?
Now, why did she go back? Before you put your cards down, my cards were telling me. I'm going to reiterate again. Well, my cards told me is that it was because he got in her ear. For some reason, he wanted her back there. What my cards also said is because when she is in Kuwait, he has the most control over her. When she's in Canada, which is where Natter happens to be, he loses that control. So, of course, to control her and her money, he wants her over in Kuwait because I think Salah is very aware of Natter and his influence. And so essentially what you've got are two sugar babies fighting over a sugar mama and her money. So whoever is closest to the sugar mama gets the money. Whoever is the furthest away doesn't get the most money. So I think it's a money thing.
Some protest.
Huh?
She's a nonconformist. She said no justice, no peace.
Oh.
She's trying to push an agenda. She feels robbed of something. She feels like there's been injustice towards her.
Huh?
And so she's returning because she said no justice, no peace. Okay. She said there's a fear of missing out, like a fear of missing out, a fear of missing out an opportunity. There's some pressure here in her going back over there, some choices, and it keeps saying that the tea is getting ready to get spilt, y'all. Get y'all's cups, get your little sugar cubes, get your spoon.
I got it.
Oh,
I got my coffee cup.
and there we go again. It's gonna go viral. Well
Jeez.
played. See? Struggle is real. No chill. And Spirit even said because of the side hustle, who was you giving money to? Self-employment, part-time. You was giving somebody some extra money in regards to this too. You see how these cards.
Oh, I already know the answer to that one. Natter. 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 Has to be Natter. Has to be freaking Natter. Has to be. She's not going to give money to Pete, her ex-roommate. He can't do much for her. She always gives the most money and attention to men that she's interested in. So when she was in Canada, she did that live. The live where she showed off the baby doll nightie and the wipes, and that was strictly for Natter, y'all. I'm telling you. That was for him. That was for him. She was speaking to him. She wanted to get her bells rung before she went back to Kuwait, because that was her last chance. She was going back to a place with a man that wasn't going to touch her. So she's like, I got one last shot to have a happy ending. And she took it. And trust me, it happened. It happened. But if Natter has something on Shantal, he's waiting. He's waiting to reveal. Absolutely waiting. And you know what? Considering the fact that Chantal's really not been making much money, she's got bills and rent in Kuwait, if she's got not one but two sugar daddies that she has to, sugar babies that she has to take care of, I mean, the money's going to stretch really, really thin. And maybe, perhaps Natter is going to use what he has to get the most money. Like, hey, I've got some stuff on you. You better pay up, or I'm going to release what I got, and I'll make it anyway. One way or the other, I'm going to get this amount of money. There's a whole lot of people around Shantal that know a whole lot of things. And for some reason, not a single one of them will come forward and say what they know. But there is a tower moment coming. I feel that. Spirit is tired of her shit. And it's saying out loud, to make you, we got to break you. We got to break the whole tower down, that tower of lies that you have built up and you are holed up in. We're going to bring it down. We have to rebuild you, to make you better. This whole thing's got to come crashing down. All of it. It's all got to tumble. To make you, we got to break you. We got to break down the lies. We got to break down the manipulation. We got to break down the facade, the delusion. Break it all down. It can't carry on anymore.
Just came out again, the exact same thing. She's gonna be on a struggle bus because life is gonna get real. She's getting ready to hit a rough patch. It's gonna send her out of control. That's gonna be out of control.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry, my card saw that too. Like she went back to Kuwait. Man, the money's gonna get real, real tight. And Chantal's gonna be sitting there doing what she normally does, dreaming out loud, making promises to other people and herself. That inner dialogue of, I can do anything, I can make whatever money, and I can get myself well, and I can get myself healthy, like dreaming with the thoughts. but taking it no further so that nothing really changes and not acknowledging the fact that she's completely out of control and a lot of her problems are out of her hands. Like she needs to reach out her hands and ask for help and guidance because she can't give it to herself.
She lost her ability to even think and or act rational
No.
around this situation. Wow. Okay, let's
Yeah,
just
and that's another reason why I'm out. That's another reason why I'm not reacting to Shantal. I feel it. I feel like that dark energy. I not making fun of a tragic situation, not at all, because it is a tragic situation, but the whole Titanic, a lot of people lost their lives on the Titanic, but it's like watching the Titanic sink beneath the water. Like it's almost under. I don't need to be around to watch all of it go under. I know it's going to go under. The spirit has been screaming at Chantal for years. Like her family, her friends, even Girl World. Like how many people do you need in front of you to receive certain messages, to know that it's time to improve? You get thousands of people that you talk to, getting those different points of view, like, and you're not listening to a single one of them. Sorry about that.
deck out then. Hey.
Hey.
Foodie, Beauty, and Salah. It started off hot.
What?
But they have different beliefs, different religious beliefs. And now somebody just can't function. They in the bed crying. They like, I'm still cute as fuck, but they've been blocked. Okay. Spirit said there's something else in the middle. Well, there's something else in the middle of the deck. She got left hanging. Okay. The spirit also wants me to know, how does Salah currently feel about Foodie?
Oh, yes. Tell me.
Thank you.
Hey.
He's coming for her. Uh-oh. He don't look happy.
Ooh.
And subconsciously, don't tell him yet, sis. Oh, he found out something. He's just trying to stay positive through it all. Ooh, he about to find. He found.
Uh-oh. Did Salah find out about Natter? Uh-oh. Oh, hell no. It's about to get crazy. Oh, my goodness. I'm surprised it took him this long to come to the table and find out if that's the case. But, I mean, listen, Salah is not into Shantal. He was never physically into her. He was never emotionally attached to her. So what else could it be that would make him upset? If it was a business deal, if it was a business transaction, and he is just a paid companion, what could he say to her? And on what grounds could he say it? If you're not involved in a physical or emotional relationship, what would cause him to be angry? There's only one thing I could think of. If he's spending time around Chantal and she's just being clingy, whiny, demanding, looking through his phone, and she's doing all that to him, at the same time, she's giving money to somebody else who's not even physically there. Of course, that's going to make him mad. He's going to look at that and go, hold on a minute. I put up with you full time. I have to be near you. I have to be on the phone with you. I have to be the one to get up at 3 a.m. and go get your food. Yet this dude over back in Canada is getting money from you and he's not even here. How is that fair? Oh, things are about to get interesting.
Found out something that you didn't tell him. Spirit keeps saying something right. Pop off. Thank you, Spirit.
I'm telling you,
Why did
I heard her voice in my head, her looking at Salah and saying, "I effed Natter." She looked at him and said that they were having an argument or something, but I heard her angry little voice in my head, "I effed Natter." She's going to get mad at him. He's going to make her mad. She is still angry. She still feels slighted from the whole Kybella thing. She never forgot that. She never forgave that. That was public humiliation that broke the whole arc that she was trying to sell people, although nobody was really buying it. But after that, she really couldn't sell it. She's still mad about that. And she wanted to even the scales. So she was back in Canada and she spent time around Natter. And it's about to blow open, it sounds like.
Foodie Beauty go back? Thank you, Spirit. Why did she go back? We got the fifth house, okay? The power of love. Eh, eh. Investment, gambles, and other games. So on the surface, she's trying to say because it was the power of love, but mentally she knows it's an investment, gambles, and other games. Physically, it's her creation, it's her manifestation. Look at these dice in here. It's the roll of the dice in the fifth house. In the fifth house. So the fifth house represents creativity, self-expression, recreation, relationships, and offspring. Dun 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 dun. It's a big old game. That's why she went back out there. She like, what you mean? What you mean? Uh-huh. Thank you, Spirit. But she about to be met with some challenges. They ain't about to play with you. Regret. You about to get hit with that emotional, needing to get grounded. I know that I cannot change the past. No, you can't. So let it go and move on.
Right.
But she's dealing with a lot of regret trying to get back over there. What you done,
Like,
huh?
I don't think she really wanted to go back to Kuwait. Something happened. I think Salah got in her ear and persuaded her to go back. Maybe because he's such a loser, he doesn't want to go out and get a job and make his own money. That as miserable as she makes him, whatever she's making, it's enough. It's enough to stick around for. It's enough to put up with her for. So he got in her ear. I can feel that. He got in her ear. He persuaded her to come back. I think while she was in Kuwait before, she got mad at him because he did not want to come on camera. And even though in Foodie, she got mad at him and was like, "What do I pay you for?" I mean, I can get my food delivered without paying you some extra money. Like, what do I need you for? You're supposed to come on camera and do videos with me and be my on camera husband, but you're not doing part of your job that you get paid for. So why can't I just go back to Canada and make money that way? Because I'll make more. So she came back to Canada, and then Salah got in her ear and persuaded her to come back because he wants that money.
Honey, what you done? What you done now? I say to the ancestors, I say to the universe, Foodie Beauty's current energy. Oh, anxiety. Ooh, you sad.
Ooh.
Head in hand. You dealing with it, ain't you? Okay? You are dealing with the Nine of Swords, despair, hopelessness, anxiety.
That was a card that came up in my readings.
Anguish, sleepless nights. In the middle of the deck because you are facing the moon. Whatever you suppress is coming to the surface. It don't matter what you say and what you do. It's coming out anyway. This is in the middle of the deck, what you can't see. It's all coming. Okay.
All those cards came out in my readings.
And subconsciously, this is in regards to your family, your happy home. The mind is going through it, y'all. Her mind is
okay. You know what? I'm just going to give the message that Spirit is giving me right now, Neo. Like when you pull those three cards together. Let me just back it up a little bit. to show the spread. So the first card is the swords, the sun, and then you've got the cups card. Like the message that I was getting off those cards, them spread that way, is she wants to go home. She she's up at night, she's anxious, she's sad, she's regretful because she really wants to go home. She wants to go back to Canada. She really wants to go back. She does not want to be in Kuwait. She's miserable in Kuwait. She's trying to put on a brave front. She's putting on a mask and acting like she wants to be there, but she really does not want to be there. It's just her being in Kuwait. It's not about, I have found the place where I want to be and I'm with the person that I want to be with. She's got that enormous pride. And she don't have a big enough throat to swallow it or a big enough stomach. She will never admit when she's wrong or she's made a bad choice. She will do whatever it takes to make it seem like she's in control. She's made the best choice. Nothing to see here. You know, she bottles up all of that regret. She bottles up all that negative energy. But like those cards together are just, Spirit is saying she wants to go home right now. She wants to go back. She does not like being there.
In regards to your family, your happy home. You
Like that those cards, like she's the cups card. She's thinking of her family. She's thinking about Canada. She wants to go back.
you the mind is going through it, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Her mind is spent. Her mind is spent. Subconsciously, she thinks she has a happy home. But on the surface, you dealing with anxiety, depression, nightmares, you can't sleep. It's too much. It's weighing too heavy on your brain. And you already know it's what's done in the dark is coming to the light, sis. It's time to give it up. With the Ace of Swords in reverse, unproductive, irrational, making the wrong decisions, obstacles. And so you're moving forward anyway. I mean, I'm talking about insane in the membrane. Okay. You like full steam ahead. Let's go. Let's go that.
Okay, I'm just gonna say what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling. Spirit is telling me that Shantal has some mental. I'm not diagnosing her, so nobody just take it that way. Just I'm sensing there's a lot of mental, emotional issues going on with her. I can't say what they are. I don't know what they are. Only a professional doctor would know. But there are some issues going on that the longer that things go on, the worse they're going to get. Like her behavior is becoming way too erratic and manic. Like there's definitely something going on. Like she really does need to go get checked out, go to a doctor, like, because it could get potentially scary. I'm not saying she would hurt anybody. I'm worried about her hurting herself. But I keep that Spirit is screaming at me right now. Like there are some emotional issues, mental issues. I'm feeling like she needs to see some professionals. Like this, her world is unraveling. And if you have issues like that, it's just going to exacerbate them. It's just going to make them worse. By trying to run away and escape from them rather than deal with them, it's just going to make things far worse.
That way. You feel very in control and determined, even though it's crazy. Like the shit is not working.
No.
Excuse my French. Again, subconsciously, she's like, "No, we have a happy home. We love each other. It's good vibes. It's harmony. It's bliss.
Mm-hmm.
It's abundance." But with the Knight of Wands in reverse in the area of business and in the area of passion, that's my fire sign. In reverse, it's a superficial. You being cocky. You being hot headed. You're going in the wrong listen, you're going in the wrong direction, sis.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going. What are you doing? What are you doing?
It's really simple, Neo. She's maintaining a front. She's wearing a mask. She wants everybody else on YouTube to believe that her life is perfect, that there are no problems, that she never makes a bad choice. Nothing certainly that would warrant regret or remorse or admitting wrongdoing. Like she's so super concerned about wearing that mask and it never comes off. She never wants to admit that she's human. And like all humans, we make mistakes. We make bad choices. You know, we have an oops moment or a bad moment. She doesn't want to do that. She wants to portray this image that she is better in so many ways above everybody else that may be in her audience or may react to her like we're all just a bunch of peasants, that her life is so much better when in my opinion it's reversed. Like her perfect life is thank you, Spirit. Her perfect life is reduced to a mask. That's as far as it goes. It goes no deeper. The perfect life is just a mask. But it doesn't extend outward beyond that. But that's enough for her. As long as she gets to wear that mask and tell the lies and hope that people believe, that's all that's required. Although at the same time she's falling apart inside emotionally. But she'll never admit that, because if she admitted it, that would mean her life isn't perfect. Her relationship isn't perfect. Perhaps Salah is not the one for her. She would have to admit that she's got a lot of work to do on herself and she has obsessions and addictions and issues that are untreated. She would have to admit that she's human. She's mortal. And she's effed up. She would have to admit all of that. She would have to stand still and admit there are cracks in the mirror, in her reflection. She would have to admit to those cracks. And she would have to work on fixing them if she could fix them. So that's a lot of work. Shantal does not like work. Maybe you picked up on that. She's lazy. She doesn't like to work on her channel, on herself. She avoids the work. And Spirit is tired of her shit. It's tired of her avoiding the work. It's saying it's time to work. Time to put your work boots on and get to work, Shantal.
And you moving fast with it. You hasty with it. No patience. You just out there. You went out there. You went out there. You was like, nah, I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Spirit. You out there. And you move too fast. Quick action. You received some news too. And that made you get on that plane even faster.
Did she get some news about him playing around on her, or did she get scared? I bet she did. I bet she did.
What you know?
That is the one thing that'll make her get on a plane with a quickness to go to him. If she thinks he's playing around with other women, she's like, oh, no, you don't.
Oh. Spirit said you're burdened, you're way down in the area of business, but also in the area of passion. Again, wands, fire sign energy. You feel like you're overextending yourself. You feel like this is a burden. So why are you carrying this load? Why are you?
Yeah, why? Why? What are you doing? Ugh. What is it? What is it? If you're someone and you are around a person and financially speaking, it's too much of a burden. If you have a business deal and yet it's not working out, you're losing money versus making money. Why continue? Is it all ego? Because it sounds like it's really expensive. The price you got to pay to maintain a false image is expensive. It's literally costing her thousands of dollars every month. Money that she could be making on her channel. She's putting it towards rent on an apartment that she don't need to be in. On plane tickets going back and forth. She got to spend $2,000 every single time she takes a flight, paying for a man that ain't doing much for her. A man that people on YouTube do not like. He has the personality of plastic fruit. He got no personality. Like all these negative things going on that are affecting her money and her creativity, and yet she won't let it go. Why? Why?
You doing this to yourself?
Well, why?
Oh my goodness. What's next for Foodie Beauty in Kuwait?
Hey.
Again, with the Page of Wands, you and these wands, sis. You and these wands. She's very focused and very creative and very cheerful as she's looking at her new endeavors and her manifestation.
Okay, I'm sorry to stop you, Neil, but this is what Spirit is telling me right now, and I got to get it up before I forget. I feel like with someone like Shantal, that there is a pattern here where she starts out, where she's got the creative energy and she's got the energy in general, but she can't sustain it because the energy it's outside. It's on the outside, but it doesn't resonate on the inside. Like on the inside, she runs out of gas. Like she puts out the image and the energy of I'm going to be creative and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And maybe and for just a moment, she feels that way. But that energy does not seep inside and continue. There's a lot of things going on inside that are dark, that are upsetting. And it's just, it's that energy stops too quickly. Because it's like, it looks like from the outside, it looks like the battery works. But if you take the battery apart, you see that it can't hold a charge. Does that make sense?
In the area of business, but also in the area of pleasure. She feels very fiery, a lot of fire in her belly. Like, let's try this again. Let's do it this way this time. And subconsciously, it's a lot of emotion with the Six of Cups in reverse. And it's a lot of emotion because there's an energy of her having to leave home, being independent again, focusing on maturity. But this is a heavy emotion. This is not a happy emotion. So again, here you go, trying to figure this out, trying to be creative, leaving home once again, full of heavy emotion, thinking about maturity, thinking about growing up, thinking about freedom and independence. I can do this, watch. You know what I'm saying? But in the middle of the deck, you have the Eight of Cups. Again, heavy emotion, water sign, scared to move on, really. Realizing that you're stagnant. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. There's a lack of maturity. The conversations that you're having with yourself really should be diagnosed by a doctor.
Didn't I say that? Like I said that, and now Neil agrees with me. Like there is something going on with Foodie. There's been something that's been going on with her, but it is getting whatever it is. I don't know what it is. I'm not a doctor. I just read the tarot. There are some issues, more than one. I keep feeling like there's more than one. She needs to talk to somebody. She needs to go to actual doctors. Because whatever it is that's going on with her, it's going to get worse. It's going to get far worse. Like her thoughts are all over the place right now. And if something happens, like if something is revealed where maybe she's talking to Natter or she's been around Natter, that might send her into a tailspin, because one thing that narcs do not like is being exposed for being liars, even though liars are what they are. Like, they have the most meltdown when they're exposed. They just can't handle it. So Chantal's getting worse. She really does need to go talk to a doctor. She really does.
For real. Because you're faking happiness. And this is like, I ain't gonna hold y'all. My ancestral team was like, this is a big issue.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really big issue because you don't acknowledge what's right in front of you, and you paint a different picture and you believe it. That's scary. Like, you understand what I'm saying? You know what you see, but you're like, that's not what mm-mm, mm-mm. And you believe it. It's different trying to get other people to believe your insanity. And don't take this the wrong way. This reading is alleged,
Mm-hmm.
but you believe it. That is scary. That is bona fide. I need help. And that's okay. Look, everybody got something. But you need to go find help. Like, for real.
I second that. I really do. I don't like Chantal. She's a hateful woman. She's detestable, but the human in me says go find help. You need help.
Yeah. Cause see, full steam ahead. Let's
Mm-hmm.
go. I'm in control. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. 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 And I try not to use words that create emotion for me. But this is scary.
Yeah.
I don't like to use certain words like that because I don't want to invite that energy into my energy field. So I'm gonna do what I need to do when I get up off of here. But that's scary, sis.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to work on that because let me tell you something. You don't just put yourself in danger. You put others in danger when you have this level of mentality.
Thank you for saying that, because I've been saying that too, Neo. I've been saying that too. That at this point in time, Chantal, she's a danger to herself and others. I mean, the things that she does hurts her directly. The kind of content that she's doing on her channel, it is self-harm content. She got an issue with food, and she's over there doing mukbangs and eating 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,000 calories a day, causing herself to gain more weight and be nearly bedbound. That is self-harm content with someone who's a food addict. But by coming on YouTube and putting it on a public platform, that hurts other people. That should not even be a thing. That should not be allowed. Like, she's a danger to herself and she's a danger to others. But I wholeheartedly agree that she needs help. She needs to be seen by different kinds of doctors. Doctors for her physical health, doctors for her psychological health, her mental health, because I feel there are serious issues. And if anything happens where something comes out that completely breaks apart this fake, phony storyline, story arc thing that she's got going on with Salah, it might send her into a tailspin. She's not going to handle it very well. If something happens and Salah uses her, which we've all said from the very beginning, this man is out to use you, Shantal. We've all been saying it. This romance scammer is out to use you. He's playing the long game. He's getting all that he can out of you. But once he's got as much as he can get, or he gets what he wants, he's out. If he leaves Shantal, that might send her into a meltdown. Like, I feel like she's right on the precipice on the very edge of something, and this something is not good.
That's not that. Don't play with that. It's like you've created this other inner, like this other persona, like this other person, this other life, as if you don't see the one that exists within you. You've created something that's not
Well,
real.
like I said earlier, Neil, she lost the plot. She created a character for YouTube and she wants to live completely in that character. She doesn't want to acknowledge the person Shantal Marie, because the person Shantal Marie doesn't have the things that Foodie Beauty does have. The person Shantal Marie has financial issues, health issues, bankruptcies, owes a lot of money to Canada. The person, Chantal Marie, doesn't really have many friends or admirers. The person, Chantal Marie, is basically lonely and detestable and not nice. But the character that she created for YouTube, Foodie Beauty, she can turn on a camera and have people tune in any time of the day or night. The character Foodie Beauty makes money. The character Foodie Beauty, people always want to talk to her. The person, Chantal Marie, put all of the self-worth in the character versus themselves as a person. So there is a definite imbalance. That's why she does not want to let go of the character. Because without the character, she would have no sense of identity. She literally does not know who she is. Her identity is always attached to and influenced by the men that she meets in her life that she likes. Whatever they like, she likes. Whatever they hate, she hates. She takes their identities and makes them her own because she's so lacking in identity. She just wants to be accepted. It's really quite bizarre.
Oh, and you believe it. Lie to the people. Don't lie to yourself. I mean, I wouldn't lie, period, but I'm just saying.
Well, she lies to both. She lies to both herself and the people. To escape from the pain, to escape from the suffering that she causes herself, she lies to herself and also the people. You know, because to keep up this perfect world of illusion of everything's good, there's nothing bad, there's nothing bad at all. You know, look over here, don't look over there. That's the way she operates.
How does she move in love and light? Because Spirit said, wrap this shit up.
Dang. Spirit said, wrap this shit up already. I love you, Neo.
You know what? We ain't got time to be. Spirit said forgiveness. That's how you do it. And relationships. Forgiveness and your relationships. Forgive. A lot of your issue is your relationships, and you need to forgive whoever you need to forgive in them relationships. Whoever hurt you, whoever told you ain't shit, you ain't never gonna be shit, fuck them. But it's time to move on, and it's time to address the real person that you see in the mirror every day, and start with the truth, start with the facts. But you forgive yourself too, because I see this person almost like a mirror. Forgive you. Have compassion and unconditional love for yourself. Let's talk about self. Okay. Trust your intuition. Release and surrender. Use your personal power for good. This reading is a legend and for entertainment.
What deck is that, Neil? I really like that deck. Like, I don't know what deck that is, but I'm loving those cards, girl. They got that hippie vibe to them. I like that.
Purpose is now we sit back and let the universe do what the universe does.
Okay, so that was the reading from Neo Tarot. Like, I did not watch her reading beforehand. I just want to go into it fresh. That was a great reading, Neo. And the last part of the reading, I've been feeling for the longest time, even but way before your reading, that if I got the feeling that it's almost like Shantal Foodie, that she's out to punish herself for something. Like she's mad at her body for some reason. Like this, she's angry at herself, angry at her physical self. So she punishes herself physically. I don't know why. I don't know what her body has ever done to her to make her just punish it and beat up on it so severely with food. But man, there's something there. There's got to be something there, but only a professional doctor would know. But it was a great reading, nevertheless. Really enjoyed it. So that's it, y'all. That's it for the reading from Neo Tarot. I'm going to leave a link for her video in the description. Y'all check it out and give her a like, a sub up, and a comment, and tell her how much you enjoyed the reading and how much you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.